Hey, foodies. Today I'm coming at y'all with this delicious dirty rice with shrimp. And y'all, come close. I made a garlic butter sauce to go along with that shrimp. And y'all, you need to make this. So let's get in the kitchen. All right, so to my pan, I'm going to go ahead and add some avocado oil, and then I'm going to add my ground beef. This is just about a pound to a pound and a half, I believe, of ground beef, and I'm going to smash it up with my spoon. You want to make sure that the meat is not pink anymore. You want to thoroughly cook it through, just like so. And at this point, it's ready to add our aromatics. I'm going to add onions, and I'm going to add some red bell peppers that I finally cut up, and some green onions. This was like about 4 or 5 green onions, both the white and the green part, and I'm just going to stir that in, not adding any liquid. The heat and the moisture from the meat is going to cook it through. And then I'm going to add some salt and garlic powder, onion powder, you guys, and paprika. And I also added a little bit of cumin in there, not too much with the cumin. Get that in there, and then you're just going to mix everything together. You want to continue mixing that in for maybe a minute or two. And guys, I wish all you could smell this kitchen at this point. It was smelling so good. One day technology is going to get it, and we'll be able to smell things through the screen. But as for now, we're going to go ahead and add the rice in. I used 3 cups of parboiled white rice, the brand Carolina, I believe. I'm going to place it on the screen so you see exactly what rice I used. And I'm just going to mix the rice in. And for the liquid, I just used chicken broth and water. I used about 3/4 of a can of chicken broth, which I'm adding right here. And then I'm going to add water. For your rice, it's a 1-to-2 ratio. For every 1 cup of rice, you want to have 2 cups of liquid. And this is going to give you the perfect rice. If you want your rice tad bit softer, you could probably add another extra 1/2 cup of liquid. But you don't want to add any more than that, because then you don't want your rice to be too soft. You don't want your rice to be soggy. So altogether, I have about 5 cups, well, 6 cups of liquid in here, because I had used the chicken broth. And I add a little bit of butter, cover that down, and you're gonna let that do its thing. Wait, make sure you put your heat on medium to low, right? While that's doing its due, I'm gonna go ahead and season up my shrimp. And I'm just using the basic seasoning: salt, pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, and paprika, and a little bit of oil. That's literally all I'm doing with my shrimp. You don't want to be too heavy-handed on the salt. Shrimp, seafood in general, you don't want to be too heavy-handed on the salt. Their natural habitat is salty water, so you don't want to do too much, because they don't need all that seasoning, right? So I am just going to add a little of oil and then mix that in real good. Look at her. She is nicely seasoned. Then we're going to go ahead and cook our shrimp, and I'm just using a little bit of butter here. Just going to add our shrimp to the butter once the butter melts. And shrimp does not take long to cook, so once the shrimp gets pink on one side, you want to just flip it over. About 2 minutes on each side should be fine for the shrimp. And guys, don't leave your shrimp cooking too long, because we don't want lamb beef, we want shrimp. You don't want your shrimp to be chewy like gum. So make sure you flip your shrimp over after 2 minutes or so, not more. Once it starts getting pink, which does not take long, we want a little bite to our shrimp, right? So it's practically done here. That's why I love shrimp. It really does not take long to cook. It really does not take long. You don't require too much seasoning. It's just, it's a cook's best friend. It's a lazy cook's best friend. So I'm just going to remove the shrimp from my pan. Now tell me these don't look so bomb. For the butter sauce, I'm just gonna do butter and lots of garlic. I think I use about 6 or 8 cloves of garlic, nicely minced. I love garlic, so you could probably do 6 if you don't want the taste of garlic to be too strong. But yeah, let that butter melt, and then we're going to saute our garlic. And here I'm adding a little bit of garlic powder because, yeah, I did say I like garlic, right? Love me some garlic. So this was not overpowering in the garlic to me. Surprisingly, it may look like a lot of garlic, but it's really not, because I used like a pint of heavy cream. Just gonna pour that in there, and you just want to reduce the sauce for a little bit, right? Just gonna let the sauce reduce, keep stirring it until it really thickens, and that's really all there is to it. That's basically it. Quick and easy, not that much ingredients. Add a little bit of salt, and you guys, with everything you want to taste to your liking, make sure it's good for you. This was fine for me. And I added a little bit of paprika for color, and of course a little extra flavor as well too. And you want to make sure you taste, and you keep stirring until it starts thickening and starts pulling away from the pan like this, and it's good. Once it starts cooling down, it will get thicker, so at that point you could turn the heat off and we good. At this point, our rice is done, and that's basically all that we need, you guys. Just garnish it with a little bit of chives, and listen, this rice was so flavorful, so delicious. You guys have to try this. Make this for dinner, for lunch, quick little date night. You want to impress the boo. Or just for yourself, for your kids, for whoever that you want to make this for. Just make it, switch up the thing a little bit. Not every day is rice and peas. Not every day is rice and peas, my island people. Not every day is rice and peas. Yes. Fix up your plate first, because you cooked and you deserve it. So that's what we're doing. Need I say more? Just check the description bar for everything you need to know. And as always, thank y'all for watching. Now I'm hungry all over again. Later, guys.